I would like to introduce Zanaya Grissom, who will lead everyone in the singing of the national anthem.
Will everyone please rise for the national anthem? Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. You guys can now be seated, sorry.
Good evening. As salutatorian of the class of 2021, I would like to welcome Superintendent McTiernan, Principals Mr. Deluca and Mr. Bucca, Senior Class Advisors Mrs. DeFrancesco, Mrs. Stabrilla, and Ms. Chorba, our faculty, staff, distinguished members of the community, parents, family, and friends, to West Scranton High School's 79th commencement ceremony. My fellow classmates, salute to you all. Tonight we gather to commemorate and boast one very proud accomplishment that is common amongst us all. Tonight, we recognize the hard work, long nights, loud laughs, and both happy and sad tears that have brought us all to this stage. We gather to bid farewell to the past and step forth into the future, a daunting yet curious place. We are here to celebrate the A's and the B's and even the C's on those monthly progress reports and to reflect on the development of our own personal identities. Tonight's commencement is not just about recognizing our hard work and celebrating our academic achievements, but also applauding the way in which we have all stepped into our own new lights. This past year has been dark, and the halls of West Scranton High School have been mostly empty. The laughter that once echoed through the marble halls lingered only in memory, and the slamming of locker doors took shape only in the form of a phantom. This past year has not been so kind, and celebrations like these can be hard to take seriously when there is so much in the world to mourn. Small things, I tell myself. What happens in my life is quite small compared to the rest of the world. But it is the small victories that amount to all of the large ones. Tonight, we have future doctors, nurses, and medical professionals stepping forth into a field that has claimed time and time again an absolute necessity. Though your high school graduation may seem small in the grand scheme of the world, it is one of the most important things that can possibly happen. It is this graduation that will allow you to become future leaders and tackle any challenges thrown your way. Who you are tomorrow is crafted by who you are today. And though today may seem dim, tomorrow we will shine, and the rest of the world will shine with us. When I was in middle school, I worked the spotlight for all types of productions. I'd get to the school and plug my light into the outlet on the back wall. Then I would flip the switch and feel the hum of power and energy come to life at my fingertips. Anytime someone crossed that stage, it was my job to illuminate them, to help them shine. The thing about a spotlight, though, is that it can do two things for a person: make them or break them. I've seen people crumble under the pressure of the bright light. It can make them sweat and impact performances. But I've also seen people thrive. It can support and uplift them, allowing their true essence to dazzle. I like to think that in life you should have both. It is the perfect combination of support and pressure that allows you to become the best version of yourself. I also like to think the job of a teacher is similar to that of a spotlight. The teachers at West Scranton High School have the power to guide us in life with the lessons they teach. Through their wisdom, they have illuminated our minds and our souls. They have placed pressure on us to mold us into the young adults they know we can become. They have supported us through both the hard and the happy times. Thank you for being a beacon of light to us all these past 4 years. It is through your dedication and hard work that we have been able to and will continue to succeed. I think I speak for everyone when I say that none of your efforts go unnoticed. The work that you do extends beyond the classroom. Much like a spotlight follows a person as they cross a stage, you have followed us on our educational journeys and helped us shine. When I worked the spotlights, I was never alone. I had a partner helping me. We worked hand in hand. One person could not do their job without the other doing theirs. The same goes for teachers and parents. The parents in all of our lives have been teaching us to shine from the minute we are born. Though it's a silly cliche, they tell us that we are all special and can accomplish whatever we set our minds to. And it's true. Everyone has their own personality and goals in life, their own identity, and their own light within. It is through the unconditional love, support, and pressure from our parents that we can realize who we truly are, and this light can radiate. Our parents have been there for us through everything we've ever experienced. They were able to see a bright future before us before we even knew the meaning of the word. They too follow us through life like a spotlight, guiding and uplifting us. Thank you to all of the parents that are here with us and to those who couldn't be here for helping us to both grow and glow. To the class of 2021, I'm sorry I cannot share the halls of West Scranton High School with you all this year. The Google Meets didn't quite hit the same way as seeing each other in person and engaging in friendly conversation on our way to class. This moment should be different. Our victories and achievements should feel bigger than they are. This year should have felt bigger than it was, more vibrant and full, explosive and fulfilling. This victory should not be overshadowed by our grievances. Perhaps we should celebrate all of our small victories. Waking up and jumping on a Google Meet, submitting an assignment through Google Classroom, actually turning on your camera in a meet, or even just making your bed. Because these are the victories that have brought us here today, and tomorrow they will bring us even farther. We will shine because of them. Today, we are graduates, pushing past the dark of 2020. And tomorrow, we will burn, burn, burn like fabulous yellow Roman candles exploding like spiders across the stars. Class of 2021, don't ever let anyone extinguish your light. Burn on. Thank you. I would like to welcome Cabri Capilongo to the podium to deliver the invocation.
Good evening. Tonight we gather here not only as a school community, but as a family to celebrate the past and future achievements of the class of 2021. During these uncertain and challenging times, my peers and I would like to extend our gratitude to our administration, faculty, and staff at West Scranton High School, and to our family and friends. With the unwavering love, support, and guidance of our community, we can strive for excellence at all times. Our graduating class proves that strength, resilience, and courage not only help us to endure adversity, but to prevail over it. We are strong because, as a diverse and unique group of students, we are still unified. We are resilient because we can discover the good in all hardships, and we are courageous because each of us will explore different paths as we partake in new opportunities and adventures. All the qualities that we have fostered and garnered have allowed us to look for the light in every dark situation. To my classmates, as we explore our interests, I wish you luck in your future endeavors. May we remain blessed with protection, love, hope, and strength. While we experience this significant transition, we must not forget all of the lessons that we have learned together. Side by side, we have shared many memories, achievements, and laughs that will last a lifetime. As one journey officially ends this evening and a new one begins, I pray that every senior in the class of 2021 will pursue their goals and aspirations. As we venture out into the world, each following our own path, never forget our time spent here together at West Scranton High School. No matter where life takes us, always stand by our alma mater and act like an invader. We will forever bleed blue and white, and whatever the future holds for us, may we always shine bright. And now, Zachary Anderson, president of the class of 2021, will address his fellow classmates.
Welcome to West Scranton High School's class of 2021 graduation ceremony. Considering the events of the last 16 months that separated us for so long, we're grateful to be here all together one last time. Veterans Memorial Stadium is a landmark for West Scranton students, and we are honored to gather here under the lights. I wish to extend our gratitude to our honorable school board members and school administrators, Superintendent McTiernan, Mr. Doherty, Mr. Deluca, Mr. Bucca, and Mrs. Musto for making this night possible. I would also like to thank the senior class advisors, Ms. DiFrancesco, Ms. Choroba, and Mr. Brilla. Without their guidance, we would be lost as a class. They strove to give us the best possible senior year. In addition, I would like to say a huge thank you to my family. Without the guidance of my parents, I would not be here this evening. And finally, to my fellow class officers, you influenced me every step of the way and played a large role in making our senior year unforgettable, especially Molly, who helped me compose this speech. The halls of West Scranton High School are a unique environment. The school is vibrant, complete with diligent, curious students, eager to obtain knowledge from their teachers. The many teachers and staff members all played a considerable part into shaping us into the people we are and will become. On a rainy Monday morning, you could always count on Sean LaRue to put a smile on your face. or Mr. Greco to make you laugh with his elite sarcasm. Along with our family members, our teachers are the other trustworthy adults that we are always able to turn to and confide in. Each of us has that one teacher that has had such an impact on them, one that they'll remember for the rest of their lives. For me, it's Miss Johanna Chorba. I must publicly recognize her for always looking out for me. She always offered great advice and helped me make correct choices. As a whole, I'm unaware of a teacher at West that did not prioritize a student's well-being, so thank you all again. As class president, I want to celebrate my fellow classmates for making my high school years memorable. One thing I will take away from the last 4 years is that our class has always found a way to overcome adversity. Regardless of the many and significant obstacles, the class of 2021 always adapted and saw light and felt hope where others saw darkness and felt hopelessness. Nobody wanted to have prom in our courtyard. We still showed up and had a wonderful evening. Nobody wanted to wear masks at all of our school events. Everyone still did. Here we are at graduation, despite everything. Being with you is always a fun time, whether it was in the cafeteria or in the middle of a biology lecture. We even managed to enjoy ourselves in Zoom calls. Throughout our high school years, we learned there are times when we could be silly and goofy and times when we needed to get down to business. Fortunately, we were good at both. For instance, Cam Buck and I were punished in middle school for throwing paper airplanes across the school, but Cam had the highest GPA in the class. I remember walking down the hall sometimes and seeing Matt Ham just wind up and punch a locker. And who will forget our senior prank of placing over 100 hot dogs on sticks in the school's front lawn, and then being pranked in return by Mr. Deluca and Mr. Bucca. There wasn't a dull moment once with you guys over these last 4 years. I've been attending school anywhere between 6 and 12 years with most of these young men and women, and to think we are all going our separate ways after tonight is mind-blowing. Some of you will head off to college, others will join the armed forces, and many will enter the workforce. It is often said, living in West Scranton is like living in a huge bubble. Everyone knows everyone in their business, so adjusting to the real world is going to be a challenge for us. Reality struck me recently when I had the following thoughts. What if I'm speeding one day and the cop that pulls me over is Jake Kaiser? Or what if I'm arrested one day and unable to afford a lawyer and Mary Terry Quintana is my public defender? That's when I realized that this isn't a joke anymore. Instead of having a first day of school, it's going to be move-in day for college, or the first day at a new job with an ID badge and a personalized coffee mug. Since middle school, our class has always been special. We've made an impact athletically, academically, and socially. Underclassmen will approach me and say things like, the student section isn't going to be the same when you guys leave, or school isn't going to be fun after you guys graduate. Our sports teams will have to overcome leadership vacancies and fill key roles. We've had 2 state qualifying wrestlers, both winning more than 100 matches. We've had an 1,000-point scorer in basketball, an all-regional tennis player, and many other athletes that will continue their sport at the collegiate level. We have scholars traveling across the country to attend prestigious universities. However, what is most important to me is that our class is full of personality and individuals that you just want to be around. 2021 has been a very different and challenging year for most. Maybe it's the Olympic Games being held in an odd year for the first time, or perhaps it's because LeBron won't be playing in the NBA Finals this summer. But for most, it's because we have been living through the COVID-19 pandemic, and we have lost hundreds of thousands of lives in our beloved nation to this virus and millions around the globe. But there are rays of light signifying optimism and achievement now when it comes to this pandemic. As president, it is important to me to remind everyone of what our class has accomplished amidst unprecedented adversity. Each of us is a ray of light. Each of us has completed a whole school year virtually. We have many individuals that have maintained top grades through a computer, allowing them to move on to college. We have students who learn to trade through a computer, allowing them to move on in life in their respected work. Imagine learning how to build a house virtually. Imagine not having a senior year. Imagine playing a football game without fans. Imagine missing 3 formal dances during your senior year. Or imagine just being a senior in high school this past year. We don't have to imagine it, we lived it. It was unfortunate, of course, to lose many events and many other things cut short, but for me, it was losing the year that until now we have all waited for our whole lives. The feeling and experience of being a senior is what we had all longed for. That's why being here today is so bittersweet. But in the end, what did we learn from this experience and each other? We learned that we are stronger than we knew, that we are resilient and possess grit. Through a tremendous amount of hard work and determination, we made it here this evening. The character traits we nurtured at West and the lessons we learned these 4 years will illuminate our paths forward from this time and place, carrying us towards our future goals. Thank you. And now, Cameron Bucka, valedictorian of the class of 2021, will address the class.
Hello? No, I haven't seen one. I gotta go, I'm on stage. PA Game Commission. Before I begin, I would be remiss if I did not extend my gratitude to all of you. Mr. Deluca, Mr. Bucka, Mrs. Sullivan, advisors, Mrs. McTiernan, Mr. Doherty, board members, our teachers and staff members, our coaches, our families, and each other for enduring not only this challenging year, but all of high school. 4 years ago, at 8th grade graduation, my message to all of you was to do the right thing and be the change you want to see in the world. Based on our shared human experience during these crazy 16 months, my advice to all of you this evening is to just do it. Our choices, not circumstances, determine our success. In March 2020, when the announcement was made that school would be out for two weeks, I was obviously ecstatic. I remember the moment when Mr. Deluca spoke over the loudspeakers in the high school. Everyone cheered because of the 2 stress-free weeks ahead, or so we thought. No one could have possibly imagined the horrors to come with the uncertainty of this new COVID-19 outbreak. Upon arriving home from school that day, I remember watching the news with my parents, who were clearly distraught. At this point, I became a little nervous because I could sense their fear as it passed straight through me. This was when I realized that this break would no longer be as fun as I had hoped. Looking back now, one thing that COVID-19 has taught me, and so many millions of others, is that misfortune and uncertainty are always present in life. However, we cannot let these misfortunes define the way we live our lives. During times like these, perseverance is necessary in defining one's character and changing one's perspective of the world. We know we might not always have more time or another chance to make a difference. So let's look back on what has happened before we address what's ahead. Back in 2018, during our freshman year, here are some notable things that occurred. Black Panther dominated the cinemas, making Chadwick Boseman a household name. Prince Harry married Meghan Markle. Pete Davidson dated Ariana Grande. The Thai soccer team was rescued from an underground cave. Avengers: Infinity War released and made millions in box offices worldwide. The Tide Pod Challenge showed us how stupid some people can be. TikTok became increasingly popular. While back in Westside, we were finally able to be a part of haunted hallways and scare innocent children. We were officially accepted into the Westside student section at football games. We started to participate in band concerts, school plays, sporting events, and other interscholastic activities to display our hard work and dedication to our school. We had our first scavenger hunt in Spirit Week. We also learned to appreciate air conditioning as we suffered through blistering hot school days. In 2019, during sophomore year, the Bottle Cap Challenge annoyed so many teachers in our school. Ideas to storm Area 51 made news headlines. The U.S. women's soccer team won the World Cup. Lizzo's music became increasingly popular. Snapchat's baby face filter was widely used. We also won the bell game this year, and our sense of school spirit peaked. In 2020, during junior year, the U.S. Senate acquitted President Trump of impeachment. George Floyd was tragically killed. The BLM movement and rallies flooded the nation. Severe wildfires swept the West Coast. The COVID-19 pandemic quickly engulfed the world. The Tiger King docu-series gained a massive audience. Zoom calls became mandatory for millions. Evacuating the school and the resulting days off from daily bomb threats. On a personal note, my wrestling career began to take off, and I realized I wanted to pursue my talents in college. All of us discovered ways to endure the pandemic and meet up with friends while maintaining social distancing protocols. In 2020, during senior year, school started virtually, which was new and confusing for all students. Thankfully, our teaching staff was very patient with and understanding of their students and continued to support all of us. President Joe Biden took office along with VP Kamala Harris. COVID-19 vaccines are developed and begin to be administered during Operation Warp Speed. Slowly, things are opening up and less masks are required in public places. The 2020 Summer Olympics were postponed to July 2021. The Marvel Universe is back. WandaVision became popular for many craving a new television series. In 2021, in-person classes resumed. There were a lot of firsts in the athletic department in the 2021 school year. First time in school history that the girls' tennis team made the district final. First time in West Scranton history that 2 wrestlers brought home a state medal. Austin Fashauer placed 7th and I placed 8th. First time in West Scranton history that a boys' tennis player, Johnny Sinclair, was named Player of the Year. Recently, the West Scranton community got a surge of renewed excitement by following the West Scranton High School softball team, who made a historic run. This was the first time in Scranton School District history that a sports team made it to the state semifinals. Congrats to Mia, Bella, Gianna, Madison, Olivia, Amelia, Tori, Emily, Zoe, Julia, Isabella, Celia, Emily, and Olivia. This run also got the student section back together in full force for one last time, allowing Matt Ham and Matt Full to show their true school spirit. And most importantly of all, we are gathered here to celebrate the class of 2021's graduation, all at once and in person. Now that we have reminisced about the past, let us look forwards. As we've learned from COVID-19, nothing in life is guaranteed, so my advice to all of you is to just go for it. From something as simple as asking someone on a date, planning a trip, considering serving our country, starting a new hobby, volunteering, the list is endless, and so are the possibilities. The sky's the limit, and there's no telling when you'll have your last chance to do something. There are so many beacons of light in this world to illuminate our individual endeavors and adventures. I urge each of you to seize opportunities lest they be taken from you. Be brave, be bold, be fearless. Now is our time to shine and never look back. Before I conclude, I'd like to give my heartfelt thanks to all of those who have been my beacons of light and helped me make good choices. I wish to thank my parents and siblings who have always pushed me to be the best I can be in and out of school. Mia, thank you for monitoring my daily food intake and screaming at me to save food for everyone else. Jake, thank you for being my best friend and role model. Dad, thank you for being the best coach, teacher, father, and mentor and making me laugh all the time at home. Mom, thanks for literally everything. I'd probably be dead if you weren't always taking care of me. I'd like to thank my coaches and teammates for giving me a newfound sense of camaraderie throughout my years participating in athletics. You also helped me to push to improve each year. I'd like to recognize and thank our salutatorian, Ava Decker, for the friendly competition she has provided in our pursuit to be valedictorian. I'd like to thank the teaching staff in our building for providing me with the knowledge I have garnered and inspiring me to continue to pursue it in the future, and for all of the good times in and out of class. Last but not least, I thank each and every one of you sitting before me. It is because of all of you that I have so many fond memories of West Scranton High School. From playing dog whistles in the cafeteria until Mr. Deluca screamed at us, getting searched by the new assistant principal for vapes, or gathering around fights in the hallways, all of you have a place in my heart and mind. Being the valedictorian of the West Scranton High School class of 2021 is extremely gratifying and meaningful to me because of all of the talented and gifted students that comprise our class. It is my honor and privilege, and I will never forget this evening together. Future invaders will look back at us and admire the profound impact that we've made on this school while having to endure a global pandemic and attempt to measure up to our standards. I hope they are as successful as we have been. Thank you. It is now my honor and privilege to welcome to the podium Mr. Robert Deluca, principal of the West Scranton High School, to deliver his remarks to the class of 2021.
Good evening. My name is Robert Deluca. I'm a proud invader and principal of West Scranton High School. I want to welcome all of you to our 79th commencement ceremony. I'd first like to start by welcoming our honored guests this evening, Superintendent Melissa McTiernan, school board members, parents, guardians, grandparents, and family members. Thank you all for joining us tonight. I'd also like to give a special thank you to our senior advisors, Mrs. Beth DiFrancesco, Mrs. Lori Stabrilla, and Ms. Johanna Chorba for coordinating and arranging the many details for tonight's ceremony. Invaders, graduation is finally here. Today is the culmination of your 4 years of hard work. Looking back on the last 4 years at West Scranton High School, I want you to think back to when you were sitting in freshman orientation or those first few days at West Scranton High School. Remember the way it felt to walk the long hallways, wander around the school looking for room numbers, find your locker, or sit in our cafeteria with your friends, wondering what the next 4 years would hold. That aimlessness turned into confidence and then into pride. You learned what it meant to be an invader and how hard work and determination will help you meet your goals. You also learned the meaning of perseverance and adaptability. You made it through a global pandemic that put our lives on hold for the better part of a year and a half. You've adapted to new ways of learning. Terms like Google Classroom and Apex became part of your everyday lives, and you transitioned without a hitch. Most importantly, invaders, you made us proud. Despite the many things that were thrown your way, you will always be remembered for your perseverance in the face of one of the hardest challenges to our educational setting this century. You took the many changes in stride and found new ways to connect with friends and classmates. You learned to adapt and overcome, which are important skills that will help you be successful in the future. But the class of 2021 is not defined by one singular school year. This is a culmination of your 4 years of hard work. You will never forget the many memories you have made, the friendships you've shared, and the teachers and coaches that got you there. Welcome to our West Scranton community. When you are walking down your new hallways in life, always remember those first days at West Scranton High School, and that you can adapt and achieve anything you put your minds to, because you are invaders. Finally, I want to leave you with the line from the song My Wish by Rascal Flatts. My wish for you is that this life becomes all that you want it to. Your dreams stay big, your worries stay small, and that you never need to carry more than you can hold. friends and families of the West Scranton community, it is with great pride that I present to you the senior class of 2021. And now I'd like to introduce the graduates of West Scranton High School class of 2021. Ava Decker. Zanaya Grissom. Cabri Capilongo. Zachary Anderson. Cameron Bucka. Gabriella Amaya. Kevin Amaya. Madeline Anglin. Jocelyn Aquino. Brian Azakiewicz. Bibi Backus. Colleen Bedurka. Haley Bannon. João Baptista Montero Sanchez. Brandon Barnes. Ashley Bellis. Cassandra Barrios. Justin Bloom. Victoria Boyko. Xavier Bronson. Joshua Bryant. Ryan Burke. Brennan Burnside. Esther Cabral. Jordan Capwell. Rafael Carvalho. Nicholas Cesario. Ishwar Chaitram. Perry Chatelain. Aaron Chezik. Meadow Surik. Hunter Defina. Sydney DeSantis. Gage Dietrich. Jonathan Diaz. Joshua Diaz. Creed Dix. Vivian Doe. Sean Donate. Casey Donovan. Kevin Donovan. Molly Doherty. Amber Douglas. Mackenzie Duffy. Jordan Dewey. Brianna Eckert. Mia Emanuel. Emilio Estevez. Antonio Evanoski. Katie Everett. Austin Fashauer. Nicholas Fersetti. Crystal Fox. Justin Frabel. John Fuller. Sydney Fuller. Sierra Galucci. Aisha Gibbs. Dominique Gomez Juarez. Aaron Goney. Jesus Gonzalez. Jose Gonzalez Avila. Eric Green. Joshua Greenfield. Brandon Gregory. Amber Griner. Matthew Ham. Aiden Hazelton. Nathan Hazelton. Tyler Henderson. Laralee Hernandez Burgos. Julian Hernandez Zambrana. Peter Hilburn. Nicholas Hippolito. Nyasia Hobbs. Victoria Hoovler. Aime Inoa Angelis. Yashua Inoa Gomez. Miriam Atanda. William James. Olivia James. Nasir Jefferson. Ashton Jesso. Jayla Johnson. Jared Jordan. Celeste Juarez. Ashley Keeler. Kelly Kennedy. Matthew Kerrigan. Dylan Kitchar. Kelvin Kilhulen. Jacob Kaiser. Jacob Knight. Zachary Kawanik. Stephen Correas. Emily Lobbs. Madison Lane. Carla Lantigua. Kayla Lantigua. Demetrius Lattimore. Michaela Leidinger. Austin Lewis. Camden Lewis. Gianna Licata. Brian Lipscomb. Joanne Lopez Marcucci. Anthony Lorero. Tiana Lugo. Gabriela Machaco. Anaya McGee. Aubrey Mangan. Kylie Markovich. Juliana Martinez. Marissa Matteo. Danilo McDonough. Tara-Lee McLaughlin. Sawyer McHale. Nathan Meal. Juliana Mercedes Rodriguez. Caden Merrifield. Jacob Metzger. Matthew Metzger. Joshua Mills. Olivia Minnick. Marissa Moore. Allison Morris. Lila Mosley. Mulisa Muka Maganga. Thomas Mulhern. Bidikuja Indiza. Joel Gungo. Evan Nitch. Jacob O'Boyle. Nicholas Ogden. Alex Olson. Isaiah Ortiz. Darius Pantaflet. Cody Peffer. Matthew Full. Brandon Pluck. Solina Parada. Joshua Powell. Denitza Yolexis Pula Acosta. Liz Cazada Amador. Mary Tara Quintana. Cameron Ratchford. Zion Ribernick. Jasmine Reed. Jordan Reese. Victoria Riley. Molly Reynolds. Lexianne Rizzino. Nicholas Roach. Christian Rodriguez. Brianna Romaine. Marcus Roman. Jeremy Rosario. Alkabir Russell. Joshua Safudo. Zane Solomon. Isaiah Salazar. Christian Sanchez. Justin Sandoval. Isaiah Sandy. Haley Santiago. Alana Scanlon. Devin Scanella. Jesse Schmidt. Gia Sikelski. Gia Simon. John Sinclair. Dylan Smith. Jacob Smith. Kylie Smith. Aurora Soryavong. Larissa Souza Lacerda. Lena Stefani. Zoe Steffi. Jasmine Stevens. Sarah Swain. Arisve Sweeney. Tyler Sylvester. Juan Alejandro Tabarez. Julia Tabone. Nevea Terrell. Madison Theobald. Alex Torres. Olivia Trapper. John Van Wert. Alex Vasquez Rodriguez. Jomar Valise Neves. Anthony Viscomi. Brianna Vong Mini. Elijah Wade. McCaden Waldeck. Jaslyn Wallace. Abigail Walsh. John Walsh. Caden Waring. Moet Wellington. Julian Wells. Joseph Westner. Robert Wharton. Demeek Williams. Quinn Williams Mayers. Zachary Wilson. And Ramon Yawerka. And now I'd like to welcome Mr. Robert Bucka, Vice Principal of West Scranton High School, with the recognition of class honors.
I'd like to introduce the class officers and make a few special acknowledgments. Senior Class President Zachary Anderson. First Vice President Emily Lobbs. Second Vice President Mary Terra Quintana. Corresponding Secretary Ava Decker. Recording Secretary Celeste Juarez. Treasurer Johnny Sinclair. And Student Liaison Molly Doherty. Here at West Scranton, we have 4 students who have joined the armed forces. Please stand. Thank you. We have 63 students who are members of the National Honor Society. We have 8 students who are members of the Career Technology Center Honor Society. We have 115 students who have received the Invader Award for 2 or more years of participation in school activities, including their senior year. We have 132 students who have been accepted at colleges, universities, or specialized schools. The invaders in front of you have earned $795,434 in scholarships and grants. That's you. Stand up if you got money. Congratulations. I will now read the class honors. English, 3rd honors, Aubrey Mangan. English, 2nd honors, Molly Doherty. And English, 1st honors, Ava Decker. 3rd honors in social studies, Lena Stefani. 2nd honors in social studies, Marissa Matteo. And 1st honors in social studies, Emily Lobbs. Mathematics 3rd honors, Ava Decker. Mathematics 2nd honors, Cameron Butka. And Mathematics 1st honors, Cabri Capolongo. Science 3rd honors, Camden Lewis. Science 2nd honors, Emily Lobbs. And Science 1st honors, Cameron Butka. French 3rd honors, Crystal Fox. French 2nd honors, Celeste Juarez. And French 1st honors, Christian Sanchez. Spanish third honors, Mary Terra Quintana. Second honors, Juliana Martinez. And Spanish first honors, Molly Doherty. Latin second honors, Bibi Backus. Latin first honors, Camden Lewis. Vocational honors, Haley Bannon. Xavier Bronson. Brandon Gregory. Brian Lipscomb. And Jasmine Reed. Business third honors, Zoe Steffi. Business second honors, Zanae Solomon. And business first honors, Cassandra Barrios. The following are the top 10 students in the class of 2021. Number 10, Jacob Metzger. Number 9, Nathan Meal. Number 8, Molly Doherty. Number 7, Aubrey Mangan. Number 6, Nicholas Hippolito. Number 5, Camden Lewis. Number 4, Emily Lobbs. Number 3, Cabri Capolongo. Number 2 in salutatorian, Ava Decker. And the valedictorian for the class of 2021 is Cameron Butka. I want to congratulate all of you on your successes and being the 2021 graduates. At this time, I'd like to welcome Mrs. McTiernan, Superintendent of the Scranton School District, and Mr. Deluca, Principal of West Scranton High School.
Will the graduates please stand and remain standing for the certification? As principal of West Scranton High School, I hereby certify that these students have completed the courses required by the Scranton School District and are entitled to receive their diplomas. I call upon Mrs. Melissa McTiernan, Superintendent of the Scranton School District, who will certify the students.
Mr. Deluca and Mr. Bucka, thank you. Good evening, everyone. Class of 2021. Before I proceed with the certification, I would just like to comment on two things. First, I am sorry I could not give you the perfect senior year. Despite a pandemic, remote and hybrid learning, you have all made it here today. Your commitment and dedication is truly remarkable. The second thing I would like to say is thank you. You missed so many special events this year and still remain committed to completing your coursework in order to attain your diploma. You are a very special group, and I am truly honored to be your superintendent. With that said, it is my honor to proceed with the certification of your diplomas. Your principal, Mr. Deluca, has certified that you have successfully completed all the requirements prescribed in the respected courses of West Scranton High School. By the authority vested in me through the Board of Education of the City of Scranton, it is a privilege and a pleasure to present to you the diploma of West Scranton High School, certifying that you are now entitled to all of its rights, privileges, and responsibilities of a graduate thereof. Congratulations.
Congratulations, graduates. Please be seated. Your diplomas are placed under your seats, and you may now turn your tassels to the left. Congratulations.
Will everyone please rise and join us as Zanaya Grissom leads us in the singing of the West Scranton High School alma mater.
My eyes have seen the beauty of a Scranton Senior High as she stands in all her glory underneath the azure sky. True and loyal is her banner, and long may she wave it high as time goes marching by. Blue and white are colors royal. Blue and white are colors royal. Blue and white are always loyal. West Scranton Senior High. The glories of our friendships and the wonders of our name shall live in song and story and shall give undying fame. Her spacious halls shall echo with its memories so dear. West Scranton Senior High. Blue and white are colors royal. Blue and white are colors royal. Blue and white are always loyal. West Scranton Senior High.
Thank you, graduates. You may now proceed out. Thank you. Yeah, good for them.